that info. Sonetta TV, Sonetta TV. Tune in to consciousness and watch the lies fold. Then you can let the truth flow. On Sonetta TV, Sonetta TV. When you feel that melanin about to explode, like you feel the wind blow. It's Sonetta TV, Sonetta TV. I know you got the truth, but you can get more, so you continue to grow. Sonetta TV, Sonetta TV.
Black Power, welcome to another Sonetta TV House of Consciousness production. I stand here with the mighty brother Sutek.
Peace.
What's going on, brother Sutek?
Everything is good, brother. Everything is good. You know,
all right.
Got your joint coming up.
Yes, sir.
Debate Ali Muhammad, brother Polite.
That's right.
It's gonna be off the chain.
Yeah, well,
I just hope the people is ready for it.
All right, no doubt. Yeah, I heard you got something powerful up on the internet, brother. I mean, it's dealing with a lot of our people always talk about. What is the solutions? What is the remedy for this economic situation? I want you to talk about that. First, hold it up, man. Let us see it. And if the people want to purchase that, how could they get in touch with you?
Well, they can just go right on YouTube and check it out. You know what I'm saying? This isn't something that I really put up for sale. Something I put up to get the information out, introduce people to the company and what we're trying to do and what we're trying to accomplish.
Economic power.
Now available in black. Seems like every other ethnic group is coming here and being successful economically except for black people. So you would think that it's not available for black people. So we're saying economic power now available in black, because we're bringing you a surefire method where we can take control of the economics in our community, because that's key to anything that we do, anything socially, politically, education-wise. We have to control the economics in our community. So that's what this company is about.
How long is that video about?
It's about 2 hours, fam.
Okay, so for the people to see that, where could they go? Do you have a YouTube channel that they can go and check the video?
There's a YouTube channel, Comedic Prosperity. They can go check that. Also, they can check my page, Sutek Amin Ra.
You gotta spell that for them.
SUTEK AMENRA.
Okay.
Sutek Amin Ra.
Okay,
it's
so
also
let's go
on
deep into
KTL
that.
Empowerment.
Right, all right, let's go deep into it, brother. What is this dealing with? Let's get it in.
Well, brother, you got a lot of family out here talking about economics. And what they're really discussing is business. Business and economics is two different things. You understand? What they're doing is bringing you business ideas instead of really an economic program. All right? What Comedic Science of Prosperity, its mission is to do, part of it anyway, is to bring you an economic program and speak in the terminology. What a lot of times brothers use terminology and they don't use it in the proper fashion. You understand? So when you speak to people who are versed in the subject, they're really not following you, because you're using terms that don't apply to the subject that you're using, i.e. economics. A lot of people think when somebody speaks about economics, they're talking about money. When money isn't economics, money is a tool of economics.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So in the video, I break that down, what economics means, economic policy. I give you the definition of economics, the definition of policy. But what we need to realize is that economics is a science. And as it being a science, it follows certain laws. Meaning that if you arrange your variables in a precise manner, in a predetermined manner, you can predict what the outcome is going to be. And once you realize that, then you can extrapolate and say that our economic situation in this company is a planned, predicted outcome of the economic policy of the government and the corporate structure. But what we have to understand is what their policy is, how they enforce their policy, how they implement their policy, and in turn, how we counteract that. And that's what I go into in the video.
How does this begin to set us free though? Because you know, a lot of people always saying they're looking for solutions, we don't never deal with solutions. What are some of the solutions that you deal with?
You know, a lot of people talk about being free, being free, being free. You're not going to be any more, in this world the way it's constructed right now, you're not going to be any freer than you are right now. You understand what I'm saying? When you're talking about freedom, you're not going to be any freer than you are right now. The most you really can hope to do is improve your standard of living and control over your destiny. You understand? You're not going to be any freer in the way societies are constructed right now. So the freedom aspect, listen, you're as free as you're going to be. But once you control the economics in your community, then you can increase the standard of living in your community. You can increase the quality of services that you get in your community. You can increase the quality of the education that you get in your community. You can increase the political attention that you're going to get in your community. So that's just a reality of the situation.
Okay, what made you sit down and put this together? And how long did it take for you to put this plan together right here?
What made me sit down and put it together was, first of all, let me give you a little insight into my background, all right? Because some people say, this brother speaking on the topic, what qualifies him to speak on this topic?
Right.
So, I have a Bachelor of Science degree in accounting and finance from what was at the time one of the top business schools in the country, was in Boston, School of Management at Boston College. I've worked for over 30 years in corporate finance for some of the largest companies in the country, in upper management levels. Plus I own several of my own businesses throughout my lifetime. So what made me sit down, because I do certain things with you on the video and things like that, but I'm not really like a video, want to be out front in the video type person. But I sit back and I hear people speaking on different things, and when the topic of economics and business come up, I hear people saying certain things, and although what they're saying isn't true, it's just a little misleading. So I want to come in and like set the record straight so that we could be on the right path in terms of our quest for economic independence and economic strength. That was my motivation behind it. It took me, I did a video with you a while ago saying it's time for some action.
Right.
And we had a plan at that point, but as we got further into it, we realized it was going to cost us a lot more money to do what we wanted to do. So we had to make certain adjustments. So this thing right now is like a good 2 years in the making. We started this in 2012. So yeah, it's a good 2 years in the making, and I think that we got it down pretty good. It wasn't so much the construct of the movement we're trying to do as it is the presentation to the people. Because you know, we as black people, when we start talking about money, we have all types of phobias when people will start telling you about money, investing your money. You know, we as black people, we just really need to come off of some of that, I want to say, bullshit when it comes to money. Because without proper management of it, which is finance, not economics, proper management of money is called finance. What's up, brother? How you doing? We're really ignorant to a lot of that, and we really need to educate ourselves. But in order to educate ourselves on how to get out of a situation, we need to know how we got into the situation. And I also go into that into the video.
So what are you saying different from Dr. Claude Anderson? I know you got some powerful stuff in there that's different from what Claude Anderson brought us.
You know, it's not really anything different than Claude Anderson saying it. I may be saying some things in a different way than he's saying. Dr. Claude Anderson, well, first of all, the whole premise behind this video is, you hear black people say all the time, what we need to do is we pool our money together and we can do this and we can do that. We pool our money together and we can do this and we can do that. But nobody comes with a method for you to pool your money together.
I got it. So now you brought up the plan.
I'm bringing up a plan on how to pool our money together so that you feel safe and everybody else feels safe by putting their money together. You're not going to get 100 black people to just, you know, discriminately throw money in a pot, you know, on any type of consistent basis, so that an investment, so that you can grow some capital in order to invest it. That's just not going to happen. So we had to come up with a way so that when you invest your money, you feel secure in the people who's controlling the investment's integrity and the likelihood of your investment appreciating in value, and also you being able to capitalize on it and being able to see it grow. So that's basically what this video is about, and why we have the need for it. And in actuality, the plan isn't anything new. It's something that's going on around us all the time, but because we have limited knowledge in finance, because we have limited knowledge in economics, because we have limited knowledge in business, this thing swirls around us and we don't even recognize it. When we put our money in the bank, we don't even recognize exactly what we're doing and who we're helping when we put that money in the bank. So you're covering all of that? I cover all of that in the video. You understand? We are constructively financing our own economic oppression when we put our money into these banks, because these banks are not in turn. First of all, let me tell you how banks make money. You put your deposit in the bank, and then they turn around, they pay you 5% on your deposit. They turn around and loan the money out at 10, 15%. And the difference is their revenue. The funky part about it is when you deposit your money.
Hold up, say that again. The funky thing about it.
The funky thing about it is when you deposit your money in the bank and they in turn loan that money out, they not loaning that money back to black businesses so that black people can control the economics in their community. They're loaning that money out to other ethnic groups. Those ethnic groups are coming into your community and opening up businesses.
So do you lay it out and show the people on the slide presentation how they do this step by step?
Exactly. I show you how much money black people have deposited in Chase Manhattan Bank in New York, and how many business loans Chase Manhattan Bank gave to black businesses and how much they loaned them. I do that for several of the banks in New York. And let me tell you this about these banks. You got TD Bank, you got HSBC Bank, you got Sovereign Bank. Those are 3 of the top, say, 10 banks in New York City, in New York State. TD Bank is a Canadian bank. So when you deposit your money into a Canadian bank, where do you think they're taking that money and investing it? And who are they loaning that money to? HSBC Bank. HSBC stands for Hong Kong Singapore Banking Corporation. So when you take your money and deposit it in HSBC, when they give out business loans, who do you think they're loaning that money to? black people or people from Hong Kong. That's why you see a lot of Asian businesses in our community. Because they're taking your deposits, loaning it to them to open up businesses.
Man, this shit is deep. But do you think our people gonna listen to this? That's what I mean. You're gonna have to make a lot of these, thousands of these, and get this out to the people.
Well, see, in the presentation, I try to show you the dire situation that we're in. Because right now we are in the worst economic condition that we've ever been in this country. A lot of people like to blame it on slavery, but 15, 20 years out of slavery, black people were economically at their highest point that they've ever been in this country. The 1900s, early 1900s, remember slavery was 1865, that was quote unquote when it was over. Early 1900s, we were at our height economically. You understand? We had over 400 black owned and operated banks in this country. Now, we got 44. I think it might be down to the 30s now, with a total assets of $6 billion. You got 36 Hispanic owned banks in this country, with total assets of $106 billion. You understand? So we are sliding back so far. And I go in the presentation, I go into what factors led us to be sliding back. But my point is, you can't blame it on slavery while we are in the condition we are, because 30, 40 years out of slavery, we were at our economic height. Now, if you go over to Flushing, it's a large Asian community. All the businesses over there are owned by Asians. So much so that the signs on the stores are written in another language, either Chinese, Korean, or whatever. So, in the presentation, I lay out the importance of what's going on in our community and how our conscious community is so focused on the Caucasian that we don't see the Asian and the Arabs, and the Arabs poised to be your new economic masters.
Wow, say that one more time, because that is so fucking real and deep.
We are so, in this conscious community, we are so focused on this Caucasian and what he did to us historically and the hold he has now, that we don't see the Asians and the Arabs sneaking up behind us, poised to be our new economic masters.
And you break that down
I break that down in the video. So, yeah, it's a 2-hour video, but it's a lot of information in it. And it's not just me, it's PowerPoint presentations throughout the discourse.
Do you think you have more information for a part 2? Or?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, you got more?
Absolutely. Because see, this part here, the necessity of why we need to do this is not for us. Because see, we could get this started now, but in my lifetime, I probably won't see any realization from it.
Right.
It's going to be the next generation, but we have to start it. You have children. Your children's are what, 10 years old?
Nah, they going on teenagers, man.
13.
Right.
In 5 years, Asante will be graduating from high school.
Right.
Who's going to give him a job in 5 years? He's going to either go to an Asian, a Hispanic, an Arab, or Caucasian for a job. We can't even hire our own children. We can't even provide employment opportunities for our own children. You understand what I'm saying?
Did you talk about owning your own business and how we need to go about that, or that's going to be on part 2 or something?
I touch on it, but this is the issue with owning your own business. You got a lot of people out here talking about setting you up in business, but a lot of us aren't business people.
Right.
You understand?
Business-minded.
You're not business-minded, and that's not a slight on you. That's just everybody's not a business-minded person. You understand? So I could convince you to take your life savings and invest them in this good business idea, and then step back and leave you to fend for yourself when you don't know the first thing about running a business, just because you have a good business idea. What the Comedic Science of Prosperity mission is to do is to give people business assistance. Not only assistance support, but financial support. So it's important that we control the businesses in our community, but it's also important that the businesses are run right. We're sitting in front of right now Mart 125. They did a documentary on this, right? What this was supposed to be was an incubator for black-owned businesses. What it was people who had good business ideas, they was giving them small businesses in here and trying to help them grow. Some people were able to take their small business ideas and then move out into their own brick and mortar establishments. Some people weren't able to do it. That's because they had a good business idea, but they didn't get the support necessary in how to handle payroll, how to handle inventory, how to handle accounts payable, how to handle accounts receivable, how to pay their taxes, how to even determine whether or not you're making a profit or a loss.
When people see this video all over the world,
right?
Are you available to travel throughout the world and do a presentation on this?
Absolutely.
Like when people want to call you to bring you out, are you available to do that?
Absolutely, absolutely. My information is on the videotape when you see it. If not, you can contact me at ksp2012beyond@gmail.com. Now, the KSP2012 Beyond, that email isn't just something we threw together. That's something. It means something. KSP is Comedic Science and Prosperity. 2012. That's not only the year that we started the company, but the 2012 stands for the end of the 300-year reign of the Willie Lynch letter. You understand? The letter was supposedly written in 1712, and they said it would last for 300 years, unless, or more, unless the slave came in contact with historical information. Well, we've come in contact with the historical information, so 2012 is the end of the Willie Lynch reign, and it's the beginning of the Comedic Science and Prosperity reign. That's why we put Beyond, because not only do we feel that you have to have a knowledge of your history, but if you're not taking your history and connecting the dots to the future, then you're just really wasting your time. That's how we feel.
Okay. Is there anything you want to add on to this?
Check out the video. There's a lot of information in there. We're asking for people to join the movement. This is not a business idea that we're trying to start. This is a movement. We're trying to bring economic awareness to people. In the video, it's something for you to do, not just something for us to talk about. It's something for you to do. Check it out. I think you'll like it.
This is my
Death
copy?
to the Negro. That's your copy, brother.
All right, my brother. Is there any way people donate or anything like that? Or?
Yeah, you'll see it. You'll see it on the video.
All right.
What we asking people to do is we're trying to get 2,000 people. We know that we're not going to get everybody, but we're trying to get 2,000 people to invest in the company $500. For your $500, you become a part owner in the company, and you'll get a stock certificate representing that. Also, we want you to commit to $10 a month as a membership fee to Comedic Science and Prosperity. As the company grows, your benefits as a member will grow. Now, if you can't afford the $500 or commit to $10 a month, we also have a t-shirt that we're trying to sell. This is the graphic on the back of the t-shirt. It's the Ankh with the fist clenching the currency. And what this symbolizes is life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness with a firm grip on our economics. So go out to Comedic Science and Prosperity.bigcartel.com and you'll see the t-shirt. Pick up a t-shirt. All funds go to the same cause.
All right.
Peace, Black Power, death to the Negro.
All right, peace.